hip hop has not been acknowledged as it should. It's almost as if it's the new form of rock and roll, and what is rock and roll right now seems to be more embraced by the Grammy. So it kind of really tells something.
Let's talk about that as a final sign-off point here, and that is, why is it after 2 decades of rap surviving as a musical art form that the music industry establishment, the Grammys, still haven't given it its highest honor of Record of the Year? That's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it really does make no sense. It makes you really wonder. I don't really have an answer. It's just I don't know if it's really embraced. It's just there are more of the nonconformists. They are with, upsetting parents more than what rock is, because I think kids could listen to Green Day or U2 or Kings of Leon or Coldplay or whoever with their parents. I don't know if they listen to Jay-Z or Lil Wayne or whoever in the car together.
Right.
So,
This is almost like Grammys of the early days. Remember how long it took them to recognize rock and roll historically?
Yeah.
They didn't even have rock categories till the 1970s. And the early years of the Grammys in the 50s and 60s was pretty much a conspiracy to stop rock and roll from winning. I don't think we sense that same deliberate resistance, the conspiracy of the establishment not to give the most contemporary music of today the top honors at the Grammys. I just think it's a fact of what's happening. And that's what's interesting, that the establishment still hasn't caught up, not really, with mainstream edgy music.
Misogynistic? Yeah, I'm sorry. Misogynistic.
It's not misogynistic. Amy Winehouse, there are tons of women. This is one lots of times here. I don't think there's an anti-female thing here. I think it's just a case of fuddy-duddiness, don't you?
Oh, I meant, I thought maybe they assume rap is misogynistic, not necessarily.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. But they did award Lauryn Hill and Outkast an Album of the Year, just haven't really, no hip-hop artist in record yet.
Right. So it's as if they will embrace hip-hop in an abstract way with Outkast in terms of as a group of their music, but when it gets down to actually saying, this recording was the best of the year, they just can't do it. It's interesting.
I also think if you look at the list of Record of the Year, it's usually like doctor's office music when you're waiting for your appointment, and they don't really play rap music on that when you're waiting for your appointment. But they do play the rock like Coldplay and U2 and Green Day. That's a weird, example, but I do think that's some of it.
You have a theory about this, for example, that I think is brilliant. I think it was a real insight, and I believe in your theory of the VH1 countdown translation here, and for record and song. You could pretty much look at what got a lot of video airplay on VH1 as a good guide to what Grammy voters are listening to and will probably nominate in the top categories, right?
Yeah, it is a potpourri of songs that they do not play on like a single radio station. Top 40 doesn't play all of them. Adult Top 40 doesn't play all of them. In that type of mix, everything from Taylor Swift to Lady Gaga to Green Day to Kanye West to whoever. It's just a potpourri of not really on one channel.
But a good potpourri. Explain why you think it's a good measure of the taste of Grammy voters. You rely on it every year, the year-end countdown, don't you, when you're making your predictions?
Yes, I hope they're doing it. I hope they're not just having a decade countdown this year. It changed the same time. It's like like if you look from when Celine Dion was big in the late 90s to now, they weren't playing rap artists. Now they are like a Jay-Z or Kanye West. I'm trying to think of a better example, but they did play Run This Town that you mentioned this year.